Hello, I'm on episode number 80? No, episode number 144 of the TEW 2A Challenge Run. This is going to be SmackDown for week 2 of June 2021, and the road to the Great American Bash continues. Oh, because of the... Oh, no, I was just trying to work out why the number 80 was in my head when I read out the name of the episode, but it's because I was looking at the show rating for last time, which got an 86. Yep. Anyway, without any further ado, let's jump straight into the show.
Think twice before you pass. Thinking over whether or not is the moment. Better off stepping aside, burning with vengeance and solid with fire. Daredevil, you pick the wall. If you think you could get away, you have us to repay.
Randy Orton opens the show after his return last week, and he says, Karrion Kross, he seems to think he's got this opportunity to get back at Samoa Joe, and we all know that he only won that championship because he deliberately cheated. He wouldn't have beaten me if I was on 100%. So here's the real pulling back the curtain here, folks. Karrion Kross at Judgment Day, he ruptured my spleen, and that's why I haven't been around here, because that is one tough son of a bitch. But to resort to having to do that to beat me proves the kind of man that you are, Karrion, and you don't deserve another title shot because you lost it. Me, on the other hand, I deserve a fair one-on-one opportunity against Samoa Joe. But first, I've got to deal with you. We've got to put this thing between us to bed, Karrion Kross. And hopefully I'll see you next week, and we can talk this out man to man. So Orton not happy about Kross injuring him. And yeah, it wants to basically one more match between the two. Who knows when that will happen, or what the stipulation will be, or anything. But Randy's made the challenge. Kross is not here this week to accept it. We open with the tag match that we made last week, and it's the Viking Raiders who get the win. They defeat whatever defeats Montez Ford with the Viking experience in 14-21 to punch their ticket to the Great American Bash. 68 for Montez Ford, 62 for Dawkins, 65 for Eric, and Ivar leading the way with 74. Pretty fucking good, yeah. After the match, Eric and Ivar are in the ring, war, hyping up the crowd, when Jacob Fatu gets in behind them and tries to sneak attack them, but Ivar quickly turns around and they spot each other, and the two big boys have a tense face-off. Neither one wants to really give ground, but neither one wants to take the first shot. It's just sort of a tense stare between Fatu and Ivar. And yeah, so they're going to challenge the Usos for the Great American Bash for the Tag Team Championships, and has a bit of tension between Ivar and Jacob Fatu here. AJ Styles, Bivens, and Omos, only these three for this segment. Open up the Triple Threat main event. Cesaro, Sami, and AJ. Winner goes to Great American Bash to face Samoa Joe for the WWE Championship. And yeah, I've put a lot of my faith in this match delivering, because I've made it like the longest... I think it might be the longest TV match of the series. So yeah, I've put a lot of faith into that, but it's just AJ and Bivens, who would absolutely be very well comedically timing, playing off each other, with Omos stood in the background being silent about how AJ's going to win that Triple Threat later on tonight. 50 rated match, Shotzi beats Lana with a Fright Night in 2:39. Shotzi gets a 58 and a 63 for Lana. Just a quick win over a lower NXT heel woman, just to get Shotzi win on the show. They didn't want to beat any of the other heels on SmackDown. Then she celebrates when on the Titantron, backstage, Ember Moon is being assaulted by Mia Yim of The Message. Mia Yim doesn't say why, she doesn't explain why she attacked Ember Moon. She just leaves Ember Moon laying, and Shotzi sprints to the back to try and get her. But of course Mia Yim's gone by the time she gets there. But Mia Yim, just seemingly out of nowhere, has just laid Ember Moon out backstage. Cesaro's promo on the main event tonight gives a 66. Not his best outing, but he does his best work in the ring, and he's going to win that Triple Threat match, he says, and go on to Great American Bash and become the WWE Champion. Samoa Joe's little fairy tale has finally He's finally won the title after all these years, but Cesaro is very much in the same boat, and he's going to get the job done at the Bash. But first, he's got to do the job tonight. The Message are back in the ring, and Mia Yim is there, and Ali says, "Well, Mia, you've certainly had an eventful night. Where have you been?" She sort of shrugs her shoulders, and she's like, "Anyway, that's not important. I've been told by Pierce I've got to defend my title against Ray this week, because I beat his son last week. And I don't know why he's making me... I do know why, because he wants me to drop this belt. And he's going to make me defend it as often as he can to try and get this title off me, but I welcome more challenges. Rey Mysterio, Dominic Mysterio, Shinsuke Nakamura. Anyone can come and try and take this belt off me, but I'm going to remain the face of the United States. Mustafa Ali is your American hero, your United States champion, and long may he reign." The match gets an 84. Ali, of course, retained over Ray with an 054. Dabba-Kato gets involved. He lays Rey Mysterio out for chokeslam through the announce table behind the referee's back or something. Slides him in the ring, 054, 1-2-3. Ali retains the United States Championship. 71 for Ray and an 85 for Mustafa Ali. Then after the match, Dabba-Kato hoists Ali onto his shoulders. And he's on his shoulders with his title up high before he drops him back on the floor and then continues to assault the Mysterios. Dominic's in the ring checking on his dad. Kushida takes him down. And then it's just an assault on the Mysterios. Nakamura comes charging out from the back, though. And as Dabba-Kato is taking care of Ray, and Kushida's taking care of Dominic, like, Nakamura runs out and he grabs Mustafa Ali's legs and pulls him out of the ring and starts wailing on him on the ringside before Dabba-Kato notices, tries to get him, but Shinsuke bolts. And, yeah, maybe taking what Carmella said to him at Heart last week about how he's trying to get back in the US title scene. 70 rated segment, Sami Zayn, the final of the main event participants, gives his thoughts on the main event and how he's going to win, and how him and Joe, they were around the same time in NXT, and it was actually Joe made his first debut on that takeover that Sami Zayn lost and was going to be moving on up. So it's nice to see that Joe's finally caught up with Sami, but one thing Sami Zayn hasn't done, he hasn't won that WWE Championship, and just like Cesaro, he's sure Cesaro will get his turn, just like Joe got his turn, but most importantly, Sami's got to fulfill that underdog prophecy, and there's not a better opponent for the underdog to slay than a Samoan savage like Samoa Joe. Random 38 rated 8-woman tag, just to give Boss all their girls a win. They defeat 4 regens, Kathy Cool, Julie Gray, Maria Shearer, and Rose Guida. And Sasha submits Rose with a bank statement. 60 for Mickey, 51 for Indy, 37 for Dana, 74 for Sasha, 30 for Rose, 19 for Maria, 13 for Julie Gray, and 20 for Kathy Cool. Backstage, Dijakovic's just sort of chilling. When Drew Gulak comes up to him, he says, "You know, your rise here on SmackDown since you got drafted has been pretty good. I've loved seeing you succeed here, but I kind of want to feast my eyes on your talent all by myself. So next week, I'll challenge you one-on-one to a match. Just a friendly competition, just to see what you're all about, Dijakovic. What do you say to that?" And he says, "Get ready to feast your eyes, Gulak, because they were going to find out why they call me the fastest rising star on SmackDown." So Gulak and Dijakovic for next week. In-ring segment, Carmella and the Mean Girls and Reggie are there. And she's saying, "See, this is what I was talking about, Shinsuke. Last week, I told you that you had to try and get there and make the opportunities for yourself, and now you're listening to me. Could it be that everything I said was true and you knew it? And now you're trying to disguise the fact that we were right?" And then Bianca Belair comes out, she's like, "Girl, I don't care about your differences with Nakamura. I don't care about Reginald. I don't care about any of this. I care about whipping ass and getting my belt back. And you're not Dakota, you're not Sonya, but I need to beat someone's ass tonight. You'll do." And then the match gets to 64. Bianca beats Carmella with the KOD in 6 minutes. 71 for Bianca, 50 for Carmella. Yeah. And yeah, that's Carmella. Not Carmella. Bianca getting her momentum ahead of this women's tag team. Not tag team, Connell. Bianca getting her momentum for the women's championship triple threat match. Backstage, Santana Garrett, speaking of women who want opportunities, she's like, "You know, last week I teamed with Bayley, and that was a kind of a career goal of mine. And I know she didn't seem too thrilled about it, but hey, we won. So I didn't come here to be a tag team girl. Bayley's not really coming to be a tag team girl, but hey, if the opportunity's there, we wouldn't say no to a tag title shot. Pierce is like, you're going to have to win more than just one match to get the shot, Santana. I'll book you and Bayley in a match next week. If you can win that, then we'll consider it. But after just one victory, I can't give you a title opportunity in this tag division from one victory. So rack up a couple more dubs and then come back to me. Maybe we'll get something set up. How to get the Lady Scots on the phone. Talking smack, hyped up. We're going to hear from Randy Orton, Sonya Deville, and the Viking Raiders. Samoa Joe then walks out. He takes his seat at commentary. He's like, well, who'd have thought Samoa Joe back on the commentary desk? This time, it's by my own choosing, because I want to come out here and scout my opposition. I haven't been forced to sit back here because they didn't think I had what it takes to wrestle anymore. Because I've brought the WWE Championship back to this commentary desk. And I'm just going to keep a close eye on these three men who all claim to be in line for my title. I have put a lot of faith in this match to absolutely bang. I'm probably going to get dinged for lack of psychology, even though it's AJ Styles, Cesaro, and Sami Zayn. But let's see how it does. 86, that's really good. Yes, we take that. We take those. Cesaro gets the win. He submits Sami Zayn with the sharpshooter because AJ Styles gets taken out by Big E. Because, of course, last week, AJ locked Big E in the car crusher to, just to weaken him. And I guess Big E's not taking that lightly because he's back this week. He's got his revenge. 1-on-1, Cesaro and Sami for a little bit. Towards the end, Cesaro wins, and he submits his ticket to the Great American Bash to face Samoa Joe for the WWE Championship. A 79 for AJ, 88 for Sami, and an 89 for Cesaro. I apparently didn't remember to book in the Talking Smack segments. Basically, Sonya was going to rant about how she's the most dominant women's champion. Triple threat rules are dangerous because she can do whatever she wants. Randy was again going to call out Cross for next week, and the Vikings going to fire themselves up. And we were going to announce that next week Ivar goes one-on-one with Jacob Fatu. So yeah, that's what I missed in those segments. But what matters more than this 82 here is what you thought of the show. Do let me know what you thought in the comments below. And I'll see you next time for Raw. See you then.